Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and to another episode of High Heat, the cooking show where I get really stoned and I create dishes that'll satisfy your munchies. Today I will be making urban butter crispy chicken thighs. This is the perfect recipe if you're stoned because it's really simple and easy to follow and just as good as ordering so chalet. I'll also be showing you guys how to make two sauces that you can pair with your chicken, spicy ketchup and honey garlic. Instead of an indica dominant strain today, I will be smoking a sativa called Blue Sherbet. I've never smoked sativa on the show and quite frankly I don't buy it for myself. I do prefer the indicas and the kush because I like to be absolutely obliterated, but today I want to try something new. So if you guys are ready to get cooking, let's spark our spliffs and get started. It's a little baby one today. A friend of mine asked me why I smoke using graph paper and I just thought that was so disrespectful. Oh, this is my opportunity to get it right. I do not condone and I do not permit the use of marijuana around sharps and fire. This is also gonna be another episode of me handling meat, so please excuse my face when I touch it. I have germophobia, so I get really overwhelmed with having to touch raw meat, which is funny because why did I start a cooking show if that's the case? Okay, I've got my chicken thighs defrosting. So I'm gonna prep my chicken by drying the skin. I'm gonna put it in a paper towel and roll it. Squeeze all the excess moisture out. And then just lay it on your cutting board. Do the same for however many pieces you're planning on cooking. The reason that I'm doing this is so that the skin can get really crispy. So the skin can get crispy when I slather the butter all over it. This is disgusting. You can keep this in your pocket if you'd like. I forgot to preheat the oven. So we're gonna set this to 425 and I'll be using a cast iron to bake the chicken in. Put the cast iron in the oven while it's preheating so that it can get hot. And now it's time to butter up our chicken. The last time I did this, I used real butter and it tasted really good, but it really made my chest hurt. So I'm gonna use margarine today. Please use butter if you want to. I found it really, really delicious. So I would suggest using butter, but for the sake of not dying, I'll be using margarine. I'm just gonna scoop this. The butter has been sitting out since this morning, so it's nice and soft in my hands. And you're just gonna take each piece one by one and just, yeah, love them up. Feels nice. It's very therapeutic. I might be very high, but this feels great. Despite it being covered in bacteria. Get it all in the creases. You want this nice and juicy. Juicy J. And crispy on the outside. Oof. Wow, this feels great. So let's put these chickies on the side and let's make the seasoning blend. Let's start with some oregano, cayenne of course, some cumin. It's gonna taste like KFC in here. Onion powder, a little bit of basil, just a little pinch of this rosemary. Rosemary is a really strong spice, so you wanna be careful on how you use it because it'll really overpower the flavor of the dish. Wow, look at me talking like I'm a chef. Peppa Pig. I hope the creators of Peppa Pig see this one day. Garlic powder, and of course, salt. We're gonna mix this together. Take a whiff. Snort a line if you have to. So when everything is evenly mixed together, we're going to bring our chicken thighs back over this way. And using one clean hand and, one dirty hand and one clean hand, you're going to sprinkle seasoning on top of the chicken and rub it into the butter. Make sure that you're dispersing the seasoning evenly on both sides of the chicken. Rub it in, rub it in. Get them nice and seasoned. Turn them from pasty white to golden delicious, just like I do in the summer. So when you're satisfied with how you've seasoned this side, we are going to carefully flip them over like you care about them, not like they're your children, and season these sides as well. If your chicken has a little flap, make sure you get under the flap. You don't want to leave that unseasoned. I don't even know what this is. And these are ready to go into the oven. So because this recipe is so unhealthy for me, I've decided to put a small side of mixed veggies to pair with the chicken. Probably not gonna eat them, it's just for show. But let's go ahead and season them as well. Gonna bathe them in some olive oil. Small amount of salt. I don't use the spout because it comes out from the bottom of the box. And just a small pinch of rosemary to cover these. Give it a toss. Good thing I'm not wearing a white shirt today. So these veggies are actually gonna act as a bed for the chicken. Unfortunately, not a bed for me, but for the chicken. It's gonna be the first layer on the cast iron, and then I'm gonna lay the chicken on top so that as the chicken is cooking, the seasoning and the drippings are also coating the vegetables. Throw down a cork. The oven is ready. What was I doing? Oh yes. So let's take the veggies, and let's take our beautifully seasoned chicken and just place them right on top of the veggies. I'm gonna do one more kiss of olive oil. Just over the top. They look so good, nice and relaxed in the pan. Let's go ahead and put them in the oven. Can I do this with one hand? Yeah. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I'm so strong. And let's cook these for let's go 40 minutes and then we'll check it at 35. So I do notice a difference in the wheat. It's helping me think about the steps clearer, unless the recipe is really just that easy. I feel like I'm more organized with how I'm cooking. Like the kitchen is clean, the dishes have been done, and not a single cut on me. Let's get our sauces started. Get it started. Oh, that song is awful, by the way. I have a little mini pan here in the corner that's on low heat. And in there, we're gonna make our honey garlic, and in here, spicy ketchup. Yay, not watery. This is nice and spicy. Ooh. Ooh, it's hurting. Spicy ketchup can go on the side. Let's focus on our honey garlic. Here's my 3 kilogram pail of raw unpasteurized honey. That's a plug for eco-sustainability. Take a spoonful, put it in the pan. When you start to see little bubbles in the honey, you can go ahead and put some garlic and you can mix that all together. So with 30 more minutes to go, I'm gonna go and lie down and have a nap, and I'll see you in half an hour. Go ahead and start plating. Ooh. I'm gonna take one of the chickens and put it into the bowl of spicy ketchup. It's fun to pretend like I own a 5-star restaurant. I am Gordon Ramsay. You fucking idiot! So there we have it, guys. Our crispy chicken thighs that have been baked in butter and herb. One of them has been covered in spicy ketchup. I completely forgot about the honey garlic, but I'm too hungry to care now, so let's just get started. I'm super excited to try this. I'll start with just the plain regular chicken. Ooh, it's still hot. Can't even hold it. I'm just gonna wait. Let's wait. That one hit me really hard. So let's start with our regular piece of chicken. Tastes amazing. Probably the best thing I've cooked for the show. The skin is so crispy and all the seasonings balance out. KFC could never. Popeyes could never. Swiss Chalet, probably. The chicken itself is really nice and juicy. It's really tender, perfectly cooked. I'll have a carrot just for fun. Let's go over here and try the spicy ketchup. That is some good ass chicken. I am so glad I had that last bowl. Oh, fuck! I don't know how else to say this, but it's squirted all over my leg. I'll just leave it at that. Okay guys, I'm gonna go finish the rest of my meal. Thank you so much again for tuning into this episode of High Heat. Please let me know in the comments below what you thought of this video, and if you have nothing nice to say, then don't say it at all. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for tuning in and getting high, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Rub-a-deen, rub-a-deen. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, it's so golden.